Welcome in you, beautiful soul. Settle into your spirit. This is a generalized, simple, yet powerful invitation for the new year 2026, reading for humanity. It's a year of quiet builders, not loud destroyers. It is a whisper from the universe asking us to slow our frantic pace. The year ahead is not about striving harder or pushing faster. It is about rooting deeper. It is about anchoring ourselves in what is true, what is real, what is lasting. We are being asked to build a foundation so solid, so steady, that from it we can grow taller and stronger than we ever imagined possible. The last few years have felt like a whirlwind of change. Technology leaped forward, transforming how we connect, work, and see ourselves. This constant acceleration can be thrilling, but also profoundly exhausting, leaving us breathless and scattered. In 2026, a different energy settles over us, the steady, nurturing energy of the earth itself. This energy asks for balance, for us to take a collective deep breath and find our footing once more. It is the year we learn that our greatest strength doesn't come from pushing against the world, but from grounding ourselves firmly within it. The journey begins with one simple step, coming back to the ground beneath our feet. The first great gift of 2026 is the energy of stabilization. After years of feeling like we were on a speeding train, the brakes are gently being applied. This does not mean that progress will stop or that our lives will become stagnant. Far from it. Instead, it means that the nature of change shifts. The frantic, reactive rush of the past begins to slow into a steadier, more intentional rhythm. We are being given a sacred pause. This is a time to integrate all that has happened, to digest the lessons, and to catch our collective breath. The focus now is on rebuilding our systems, our bodies, and our communities. Think about a magnificent tree reaching for the sky. If a tree shoots up too quickly, its root system can be shallow and weak, leaving it vulnerable to the first strong wind. The deepest, most resilient roots are formed through slow, steady, patient growth. The same is true for us as individuals and as a society. In 2026, we are invited to shift our focus from a culture of constant reaction to one of clear intention. We begin to choose actions that are built to last. We learn to make plans that are simple, clear, and aligned with our deepest values. This shift might feel unfamiliar at first. Embracing deceleration is an act of profound self-respect. It is choosing durability over disposability. You can invite this stabilizing energy into your life in simple ways. Protect your rest as if it were a precious treasure by creating regular sleep hours. These small, deliberate choices build a more grounded, stable existence. This is also a time to strengthen our communities. Stabilization invites us to turn toward one another, like making a weekly date with a dear friend. We move from a network of fleeting digital interactions to a community of real, supportive relationships. In 2026, we learn that slowing down doesn't mean falling behind. It means building the strength to endure and to truly flourish for the long haul. The second powerful theme for 2026 is the deep, necessary work of nervous system healing. So many of us are walking around feeling tired down to our bones, frayed, frazzled, worn out. Burnout has become a household word, a sign our pace is unsustainable. For too long, we've tried to push through the exhaustion overriding the signals our bodies send. But your body always tells the truth, even when the mind ignores it. The year 2026 is being unmovable. without becoming rigid. A collective turning inward, searching for practices that genuinely calm and regulate us. The focus moves towards somatic healing. The idea that our bodies hold our stories, our stress, our wisdom. Simple, accessible practices become mainstream and valued. Breathwork, gentle, mindful movement. Basic body awareness exercises. Not trends. These are essential tools for living in 2026. Practices that help us feel safe and at home in our own skin again. Emotional healing will take on a quieter, more honest quality. Big, dramatic purges and performative vulnerability begin to soften. Instead, steady, private self-awareness grows. Telling ourselves small, simple truths about how we feel. Learning to hold all of our emotions. The path to emotional maturity is not the absence of feeling, but the capacity to be with all feelings without judgment. Begin today. 5 slow, deep breaths each morning, or write 1 true sentence each day about how you feel. Healing happens not in a single breakthrough, but in 1,000 small moments of showing up for yourself. Venting frustration, chasing peak experiences, constantly putting our energy out into the world. This year, the focus moves from constant release to intentional transmutation. Now, what does that mean? It means we learn to take our raw energy, our passion, our creativity, our sexual energy, and consciously refine and direct it. It is not about suppression or holding things in. It is about becoming a masterful alchemist of your own inner world, turning potent energy into focused, purposeful action. This shift will be especially noticeable in our creative lives. This shift will be especially noticeable in our sexual lives. There will be a growing desire for more depth over more output, for more meaning over more stimulation. The frantic need to constantly produce, to be seen, to perform will begin to quiet down. A new kind of discipline becomes attractive, not harsh and rigid, but loving and devoted. The idea is to focus our precious energy, discovering that small, steady actions lead to powerful transformations. Think of a skilled potter. They don't use brute force, but gentle, consistent pressure and care. In the same way, our energy gains sacredness when we approach it with intention and presence. You can practice this art of transmutation in your daily life. Choose one creative project to focus on for the next 3 months and set up a simple daily routine for your practice, even if it's just for 15 minutes. Begin to notice where your energy flows, what drains you and what fuels you. When you feel a strong emotion arise, like frustration or anxiety, try using your breath. Instead of reacting, breathe into the feeling and gently shift that energy into calm, clear focus. The 4th significant movement in 2026 is a gentle but firm nudge back toward the earth. We are being called to remember we are not separate from this planet, but a part of it. The mindset of seeing Earth as a resource to be consumed will lose its grip. In its place, an ancient understanding will blossom, seeing the planet as a living partner requiring our care. This is the call to stewardship, taking responsibility for the well-being of the land, our communities and ourselves, decay and rebirth. When we learn to respect these cycles in our own lives and in the world around us, we create the conditions for everything to flourish in a sustainable, healthy way. The short-term gain, the quick fix, and the disposable product will start to lose their shine. In their place, long-term care, quality and intention will gain value and prestige. People will feel a pull towards supporting things that are made to last, things that carry a story, and things that connect them to a place and a person. This isn't about rejecting progress. It is about redefining what progress means. It is about building a world where our innovations serve life rather than deplete it. It is a return to a more soulful way of living, where care is the central organizing principle. You can answer this call to stewardship with simple, everyday actions. Plant a small herb. Fix one broken item instead of replacing it. These small acts of care ripple outward, healing our relationship with the world and ourselves. As we navigate the currents of this year, there is one guiding question to hold in our hearts. What can you consistently sustain? Not what you can do in a burst of inspiration, but what you can truly sustain. Not what grand vision can you declare, but what small, meaningful practice can you commit to with gentle consistency. This question is the compass for the year. It prioritizes steady, humble practice over flashy plans that fizzle. The energy of 2026 favors the small and steady, supporting daily routines over one-time gestures. Here, personal integrity matters more than image. Small commitments, repeated over time, are seeds of real change, like drops of water-carving stone. This is not glamorous. It is quiet, devoted, and deeply personal. But it is where true power and self-trust are built. This is the year to fall in love with the process, not just the outcome. It is how you transform dreams into realities, one small, sustained step at a time. What could a small, steady commitment look like? Perhaps 5 minutes of mindful breathing. The specific action is less important than consistency. Choose something nourishing and manageable for you. This grounded energy will make daily life feel calmer, yet more firm and intentional. You'll begin to consciously choose depth over quantity. We will begin to consciously choose depth over quantity in our relationships and in our work. The frantic multitasking of our recent past will give way to a more focused, unitasking approach. In our professional lives, the focus will shift toward craftsmanship and skill cultivated over time. In our personal relationships, the search will be for deeper meaning, presence, and genuine care. On a community level, we will look at what truly lasts and nourishes the whole. This is the year that substance truly begins to eclipse style. The way these changes take root will be different. They will grow from honest, well-tended soil. They will be brought into reality through steady, consistent action, built with patience, step by manageable step. You might feel a pull to learn a tangible skill, like baking bread. These are not backward steps. They are steps toward a more embodied and fulfilling way of being. We discover that a quiet, simple and intentional life is not a lesser life. It is a richer one. Let's be real. For those accustomed to the rush, deceleration may feel deeply uncomfortable. Old patterns, habits of hurry will try to pull us back. Distraction will pull at us too. It takes a quiet kind of courage to choose steady, focused work over the allure of instant reward. But watch the subtle risk, using discipline to avoid feeling. True grounded growth needs tenderness and self-compassion, not rigid routines that cut you off. The key is balance, a dance between steady, consistent practice and a gentle, loving presence. When old habits pull, when the urge to speed up and scatter returns, be kind to yourself. Acknowledge the feeling without judgment. Take a deep breath. Place a hand on your heart. Remind your deeper intention. Calm, grounded power. Guide yourself back to one small, sustainable practice. Each time you strengthen conscious choice, you are retraining your whole being for a new way of life. To help you stay anchored during this year of recalibration, it's helpful to have a simple toolkit of practices you can turn to anytime. These are not complicated techniques. Here are your anchors for 2026, always available to you. First, your breath. It's your most powerful tool for regulating your nervous system. When anxious, take a few slow, deep breaths, making your exhale slightly longer than your inhale. This signals to your body that you are safe. Second, gentle movement to release stored tension. Simply stretch or sway to a favorite song. Third, the power of rhythm. Set a simple, predictable rhythm for key parts of your day, when you eat your meals, when you wind down for bed. This doesn't have to be rigid, more like a gentle flowing structure. This rhythm becomes a container for your energy. And finally, find your people. Connect with one or two friends who understand and support your desire for steadiness. Connection is a powerful anchor. In the end, the message of 2026 is profoundly simple. It is an invitation from life itself to root deeper. The entire universe will be conspiring to support your slow, steady, and intentional work. It is the year to remember our role as caretakers, to care for the earth as the sacred partner that it is. Choose what you can truly sustain. Let go of the pressure to do everything, and embrace the power of doing one small thing well. Your small, steady acts are the seeds of true and lasting change. When we ground ourselves in what is real, we gain the strength to grow higher than we ever thought possible. So, hold this question gently in your heart. Let it be your friend. Ask yourself now, in this quiet moment, what can you consistently sustain? Don't overthink it. Listen for the simple, honest answer that arises from within. Choose one small thing. Just one. Commit to it today, and then commit to it again tomorrow. Keep going, one steady step at a time. This is the path. This is how we heal. This is how we build. This is how we transform. Root deeper to rise higher. 2026 is not about becoming powerful. It's about becoming unshakable. 2026 is a new year, from performance to presence, from noise to nervous system stability, from borrowed authority to lived truth. A year where calm becomes strength, restraint becomes leadership, and integrity carries more weight than influence. Thank you for choosing depth in a loud world. This isn't content, it's connection. Thank you for being part of it. Like and subscribe for more.